Friends, families, loved ones, lovers, both reciprocatal and unrequited. Welcome to another episode of Let's Die. This is not the intro, but I am Bret, and I'm here with my beautiful little ad dog, Tun Tun, the little border collie. She's thumping her tail. We just wanted us to take a moment and plug ourselves for a change. You know, normally we promote things that we like, and this one's no different. We like ourselves quite a bit, most of the time. And throughout the entire month of Halloweeniness, we will have more Halloweeniness. You know, we just did an episode on vampires, and as of this recording, we haven't done it yet, but there's going to be another one out by the time this comes out. I know that's confusing. Time travel is amazing. We also play more games, like such as Skyrim, and I got another Pokewar loaded up in the bank for y'all, where our staff members that we don't pay and keep locked in the basement, we pit them in random number-generated, epic, thrilling, wonderful, fantastic Pokemon battles. But that's neither here nor there. This special episode is a little bit different. So a huge, huge thank you to Red-Handed Denial for giving us permission to play a few clips. And originally I was just going to play a few clips in a normal episode, and I said, you know what, screw it. It's just a few clips, just don't do them justice. Guys, I'm telling you what, they're awesome, super nice as well. So I just said, screw it, let's just do an entire episode based on Red-Handed Denial. So, you know, I don't know what to say. Enjoy this episode. If you don't, that's on you, buddy. And I'm not your buddy, pal. That's it. Tun Tun, what do you think? If you were a psychic type, you would know that Tun Tun is thrilled, she loves it, and she knows that you'll love it too. Alright, everybody, enjoy the episode, enjoy our monthiness of October-y Halloweenness. Goodness, stuff, things. Continue. Hey everybody, welcome to Let's Die, the His versus Her Guide to the Apocalypse, the podcast. My name's Bret. I'm a mountain man from West Virginia, and joining me today is my weirdo Pokemaniac sister, Jarma Gargar. Jazmin, say hi.
Hey everybody, how's it going?
Hey, and you're listening to a little ditty called Collector by a band called Red-Handed Denial. And that's what this episode is about today, Jazmin. Jazmin, have you ever heard of Red-Handed Denial?
No, I have not, but I hope you can enlighten me.
Yeah, no. Well, I picked you for this just because I know for sure you haven't heard of them, and I thought it would be fun to bounce off of you a little bit, some tracks from Red-Handed Denial, and get a first-time ever listener's opinion on it. And you don't have to feel like you need to suck ass or anything, or kiss ass rather. Give me your honest opinion on the stuff I'm going to play for you. And for the listeners out there, I do actually have permission to by the band themselves to play some clips. So that's just what I'm going to do. We're going to talk a little bit about the band. We're going to play some clips. We're going to get my sister's impressions on it, and yada 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 yada. So, Jazmin, Red-Handed Denial is a little band from Toronto, Canada, our neighbors to the north.
Okay.
Yup. Now, I'm going to try and read the band names, or the band names, the members of the band, and I apologize if any of them happen to listen to this, because this is going to be brutal. I am from the USA, and I cannot pronounce things. So, on the vocals is Lauren Babick. All right, got that one. On the drums is Tyson Dang. Okay, here come the hard ones, all right? Guitar, Chris Mifsud. I hope I said that right. And Dominique DeCaw. I'm going to go with DeCaw. And, of course, on the bass... Oh, I'm sorry. DeCaw is on the bass. I screwed that up. And the other guitarist is Alexei Perepelitsa. Anyway, Jazmin, I found Red-Handed Denial I think earlier in the year, it was like a recommended video on the YouTubes. And you know me, you've grown up knowing me. I'm like a diehard metal guy. Like, typically don't like clean vocals. I was always like, "Rah, clean vocals ruin everything." But Lauren's vocals really like just hit me like a ton of bricks. And I heard Collector first. That's the first song I ever heard. And it hooked me so hard. And it got me in one of those moods where when I hear something I really, really like, I can't stop listening to it for weeks on end. To put that in perspective, like, man, I don't remember when I broke down. I must have listened to all of their EP for at least a month before I finally was like, all right, you know what? I got to buy this thing. I bought it. And I have actually listened to at least one or two songs off of their EP probably every day for the entirety of the year, which I know sounds insane. That's just how much I like the songs. Like, whenever I'm bored and I want to listen to some music, I go on my phone, I go to most played, and like 3 of the top 10 songs are Red Handed Denial. So, yeah, fun stuff. What do you think? Let's get into another song, Jazmin. What do you think?
Sure, let it rip.
All right, listen up. I'm going to play a little clip of a little ditty called Trespasser. This is, by the way, off of the EP Wanderer, which is the latest thing they got as of this recording. More on that later, but this is called Trespasser, and I cherry-picked a little bit with the songs. We're not going to go through the entirety of everything they've ever recorded, but we're going to go through some of my favorites and some of my favorite moments. And Trespasser's notable because it's one of my favorite songs to go running to. When Lauren gets into the main, like, there's just really one, like, scream part in it. And when it gets to that, it just gives me such a huge, like, supernova of energy. Like, I can just run forever. But here we go. Ooh, man, I love a good... I totally can't do it anymore. But I love a good... So, Jazmin, what'd you think of that? That little clippy ditty.
I think it's good. I think, honestly, though, I think they probably played that song for me a couple of times while we were just chilling at the house.
It's almost certain because I've pretty much forced the majority of my family members to at least listen to pretty much everything they've ever done while just hanging around the house. So it's not, so while you might not recall the band or the song specifically, you probably did hear it around. So this is the first time you've probably heard it, but this is the first time you're actually listening. What was your question?
Don't they have a music video to that song?
Yes, they actually have a lot of music videos. And they're actually pretty well done, too.
I am 100% positive that I've heard that song because of you playing it off of YouTube.
Yep. That was probably around the time when YouTube was the only way I could listen to it before I actually bought, which, by the way, like, God, it took so long for the CD to get here. Like, I was dying. Like, it would literally hurt me. But I finally got it, and it was great. And Facebook's, like, someone tagged me in this, like, all over the next, I think, 10 days, post your top 10 albums of all time, which is something I don't take lightly at all. And it's a freaking EP with, like, I think 6 tracks on it. 5! There's only 5 tracks on it, and I put it in my top 10. I probably would put it in my top 3 favorite things that's ever been recorded of all time. That's how much I like Wanderer. Guys, I'm drinking. So, get used to me not being able to pronounce things.
Unfortunately, I cannot join you.
Yep. Speaking of, buying things from them, if you wanted to do that, you would go to redhandeddenial.bigcartel.com, and you can find all this information on their website too, which, oh God. Give me a second. I'll find it. I'll give you live things. Oh yeah, it's just redhandeddenial.com. I should have known that. Let's get into another song, Jazmin.
Alright, I'm ready.
Alright, this one's also off of Wanderer, and it's called Manipulator. Alright, Jazmin, what's the verdict?
I also like that one.
What do you like about it?
Out of everyone in the family, I like most of the same music you do.
Yeah, but this one's different, because like I said, I was the Lamb of God guy, I don't know, is this metalcore? I mean, I'm not very good at identifying genres, as generally speaking. I don't typically like this sort of thing, but this band just, slays me. What do you like about that song specifically? For me, obviously it's anytime Lauren screams, it's just so, and sings pretty much everything, all the vocals, the guitars. I'm biased. I'm so
I like
stupidly
the
hooked. What's that?
I like the vocals the best.
Yeah. Yeah, Lauren is just got exceptional just pipes on her. She is just a beast. Absolute beast. Oh, earlier we were talking about Collector. Dear listeners, if you want something cool, put Collector directly in front of a little song called Dehumanization by Meshuggah, and just listen to how they pair up, and it's pretty wild. It sounds so good. That's just a little aside. Gosh, I am just dying. Folks, one time I was just pilgrimaging across the desert, dying of thirst, and in Mirage, all I saw was a Red Handed Denial t-shirt that was bleached by Lauren herself, and I tried to put it on, and it was too small for me because all they had available was small. I cried, and the tears were salty, but they hydrated me in my most desperate of times. Jazmin.
What?
I was going to say, on that Big Cartel site, they have, these tie-dye shirts. I don't know if they're still... as of this recording, they're probably gone. But they had... Lauren, did these tie-dye shirts, RHD shirts, but they're, in small sizes only. And I'm like, why? Anyway, let's jump right into another one. Okay, this one's off of the album before Wanderer. It is called Stories of Old, and this is a little ditty called Divide. Ready?
Absolutely, hit it.
I already did. Divide off of Stories of Old. Totally worth the purchase. I love Wanderer the most, but man, Stories of Old has a lot of bangers on it too. But I elected not to play most of them from Wanderer, just because it's newer, I think. Well, here pretty soon, they've already recorded a new album from what I understand, and it's in the mastering process, so maybe if they don't hate what we've done with this little show of ours, they'll let me do a whole nother, like a sequel, just for the new album, which would be sweet. I would totally do it, too.
That would be sweet. I mean, music's always good.
Yeah. So you like that one too? I mean, you can be honest now. I'm not reaching for compliments of this band that I freaking love.
No, I like them. Why would I not like them?
I don't know. You've never heard them. I wanted your honest.
It's like in high school, I was in that. All I listened to was like that type of music. I was. Like, literally songs on repeat 24/7.
I'm sorry, Jasmine. I heard you going into a high school soliloquy, and I had to drown you out.
So rude.
It is rude. This is Stories of Old, which is off the album Stories of Old. I wonder what constitutes a clip, Jasmine. They gave me permission to play clips, which I know is not a full song, and I wouldn't do that anyway. But what would you consider a clip to be? 15 seconds? 20 seconds? I feel like you don't get a good enough appreciation for the song unless you get like a little bit in there. So hopefully they're okay with it. If they're not, red-handed denial. If you're not okay with it, let me know. I will delete the episode. It's cool. Whatever you guys want to do. Mainly because it's your intellectual property. Jasmine, what on earth are you doing making clicking noises? Are you the fucking predator right now?
No, I'm not doing anything. I don't know.
There are like crazy-ass clicking noises coming out of your mic, and are you eating the phone? Do you love the music so much that you're just eating the phone?
Yes.
I knew it. What does it taste like? Satisfaction? Musicianship? Musicians ship. Folks, it's really hard to talk. Yeah. Oh, another interesting thing. Lauren does a lot of videos on her YouTube. She does a lot of covers. So if you guys like covers of things, go check that out. She also recently did one, Jasmine, where it's like a kind of like a how to scream thing, which I wish you would check that out. I tell you what, Jasmine, you do that and you practice, and if they let us do a sequel to this episode when the new album comes out, we'll see if you can learn to scream. What do you think?
Fine.
Sweet. And I'll do it too. I did it a little bit. There's a hay exercise.
That's if they agree.
What?
That's if they agree.
Right. They have to give me permission to play clips. So if they give me permission to do another episode, we will come back to you, see if you learned how to scream. I'll do it too. I'll see. Like, I kind of got mine back. Like, one of her exercises is like a hay exercise, which is beautiful in its simplicity, but you know, I haven't screamed since college. Like, since...
For those of you who do not know, Bret used to be in a band.
No, that's not what this episode's about. Don't even say the name. We're not even playing the musical stings.
But I'm just saying.
Folks, if you noticed...
No, stop screaming. You do.
Folks, if you noticed, like, our classic normal musical stings that we usually play are from my old band, and they're not in this episode because it's not about us. Or me, rather.
Obviously.
Yeah.
I just think it's nice for people to get to know their host. Thank you.
I'm more like a parasite, and then you're more like the host. That doesn't make sense. I don't know.
That doesn't make any sense.
Nothing makes sense about life, Jar McGargar. Oh, boy. Jasmine, I'm going to take a little break. I'm going to grab another drink.
Okay.
While I'm doing that, folks at home, please, by all means, check out the Red Handed Denial YouTube page, RHDTV. You can Google all this stuff, too. We'll go over more, all this stuff again at the end of the episode, too. iTunes, search them up. Download this stuff now. We're back, and Jasmine's still eating her freaking phone. That was another snippet of Collector, my personal favorite song. Instead of grabbing a drink, I decided to grab some pumpkin roll. Because, there's nothing quite like listening to someone eating while they record a podcast. Jasmine, you should know a little something about that.
I'm not eating.
You were eating earlier.
Yeah, before we started. That is different.
Actually, I recorded that too, sucker.
Oh, wow, thanks. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Stay tuned to the very, very, very end for for recordings of Jasmine eating and being extraordinarily rude.
Okay.
I got just a couple more to go through here. Let's play a little song called... This one's also off of Stories of Old. This one's called Denial. No, I'm sorry. I lost my fucking mind. It's called Conquer. Feel free to sing along. And we are waiting! Well, what you think?
Again, they're a good band. I like listening to them.
I know. I wish they'd come to the States. I know it's hard to tour, especially across country lines and shit like that. But I would probably become a hobo and murder my way across America. Well, no, that sounds wrong. Delete. Edit that out, Jasmine. Just kidding. I would spend an exorbitant amount of money to see them. Unfortunately, Canada's very far away from us.
I would go with you.
Ah, man. You're asking me to commit to a road trip to Canada to go see a band?
I'd do it. If I could find the time off, I would do it.
Oh, here we go. You can't if we can find the time off.
Hey.
How about
make a living.
if they play a show within 8 to 10 hours away, we'll make a trip of it.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Okay. Done deal. That's gonna be it for us. Before I send y'all off with one last song clip, just wanted to say, Red Handed Denial does have that new album, which I know nothing about. I just know it's in the mastering process as of this recording. So, whenever it drops, check it out. They've already got music videos for it and everything. They're just waiting on the audio. Check out their YouTube, RHDTV. Check out their Instagram, RHD Band. Their merch is at Big Cartel. Check them out on iTunes. Check them out at their website, redhandeddenial.com. And, of course, you can check them out on the Twitter at RHD Band. We're Let's Die. You can check us out at LetsDiePod at the Twitters and at gmail.com and on Facebook at Let's Die the Podcast. I know this has been a really weird episode because it's not normally, has anything to do with what we normally do. But when have we ever done, stuck to one thing? We're just a bunch of nuts, Jazmin, hanging from a tree, waiting to drop, get covered in salt, gobbled up by Mr. Peanut.
Okay, I think you need to stop with the description now, Probean.
Okay, well, if you like this episode, rate, review us. If you don't like it, just shut up. But we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Shut up, Jazmin. We're going to send you off with one more song off of Wanderer. This is called Patronizer. And that's going to be it for us. Bye. Jazmin, say bye. Jazmin, say bye.
Now you want me to say bye?
Now I want you to say bye. I have to say the name of the song I'm about to play.
Bye.
Say it like you're happy.
See you later, alligator.
After a while, crocodiles. Bye.
Bye.
What?
Made no croquet.
Croquet is a game you play with a hammer and little balls.
Croquet is a type of food.
No, you're thinking of crochet, which is two chopsticks and a meatball.
No, crochet is not, no.
That's when you knit spaghetti.
Follow a Japanese recipe, okay?
You know, it's really cool recording a podcast when someone's stuffing their face.
I know that we haven't started yet, so when we start, I'll stop eating.
No, I got to the bottom of the fucking clicking noises. You're working and ticky-tacky tap-tapping on the damn keyboard. And you lied about it, saying, I don't know what that noise is.
Okay, love you, bye!
Yeah, you better run.